He takes questions nearly every day he's out from the press. That is not something we recommend. In fact, a lot of times we say, don't take questions, but he's going to do what he wants to do because he's the president of the United States. Yeah. We're never going to satisfy the White House press corps and their desires for access. And I think there have been mistakes made in the past of trying to do that. If you do a press conference, every other week or once a week, that doesn't satisfy them. They're going to push for more. That's their job. What we've tried to do, which has also been maddening, I know, for the press corps at times, is kind of not get pulled in by distraction.
That's White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki there, admitting that the Biden administration doesn't recommend the president takes impromptu questions from reporters. Psaki appeared as a guest on the CNN podcast The Axe Files with the station's senior political commentator David Axelrod, where she claims the president does take questions and that he does like it, but that the team doesn't recommend he takes impromptu questions. The two of them were discussing how Biden's joint weakness and strength is that he says what's on his mind and that the team have to manage that in order for him to be able to interact with the press. The conversation leads to discussing a situation where a CNN reporter catches the president off guard as he is walking through the White House, and she asks him about a rescue package, to which the president gives the reporter an honest answer of no, a minimum wage increase wouldn't be included in the package. David Axelrod asks how Jen Psaki deals with the risk of Joe Biden answering impromptu questions from reporters. She says, that is not something we recommend. In fact, a lot of times we say don't take questions, but he's going to do what he wants to do because he's the president of the United States. Jen Psaki then goes on to say that some questions from reporters aren't what the public wants to know. She also laughed while speculating that she could be fired after President Biden took so many questions from reporters.
He still takes questions multiple times a week. The first time I traveled with him, he took questions from the pool 3 times that day. And I thought, am I going to be fired when I get back? I hope not. I'm enjoying this job. So he does do that, and he likes doing that. I mean, the thing is, he likes the press corps and likes that back and forth and that engagement. But what we've tried to do in general, and thinking about how we use his time, is really think about what the public cares about, right? The public cares about the pandemic, the economy.
Yes.
We're often asked, why doesn't he go to the border? Important issue, we're focused on it. What percentage of the public is focused on the border? A much smaller percentage.
Despite what the press secretary claims in the interview, Biden has been criticised for his lack of communication with the press. He famously didn't hold a press conference for months when he came into office, breaking that drought on March 25th when he finally addressed the reporters. It was the longest period of time a president has gone without a press conference when taking office since the 1920s. Something the press haven't been used to, given that former President Donald Trump always fronted the media. But we remember this situation back in March where press corps were shouting questions to an unresponsive Joe Biden, and his aides kept telling him to move on.
Press, let's go, you guys. Come on, press. We're going to move out. Let's go, press. Guys, let's go. Come on, press. Let's go. Come on, let's go. This is the order, sir. Let's go, you guys. Come on. Come on, let's go.
Thanks, you guys. Thanks so much.